Oops, son. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Today we're gonna make Christmas candy. Two of them, in fact. So I couldn't decide which title we're gonna put. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. This is my own recipe. All right. So if you like this, give a thumbs up. I'm gonna include a playlist. On Facebook, I've already included the playlist for my Christmas recipe, and for YouTube, you guys can go and check it out. Otherwise, I'm going to include that video playlist in my video description. Just go to the link down there and just click onto that link and you will find all my Christmas recipes. So today we're going to make candies. So I'm going to make this quickly because we are running out of time. I'm going to go into town. So what I just prepared here is some marshmallow, which I cut. You can buy them in smaller form, and also some of this, which is really unusual. This is longan. It's a tropical fruit found in Southeast Asia, China. So you can buy them. If you don't have longan, you can use any kind of fruit like dates, any kind of like dried pineapple, dried mango. You can use all of those things as long as it's your favorite dried fruit. And also here raisin, we call raisin in Swedish, raisin in English. So what I did is that I add a little bit of a rum. You know, it's a festive season, right? So I add a little bit of rum without any water. I just let it soak for a while so that you absorb in the flavors of the rum. And the same to this, but because this fruit is really dry, so I needed, what do you call that? This water to wet it so it's not so dry. So now it's more tender. Previously, before I do that, it was like so dry. Let me just show you how it looked like. As you can see, they are really, really dry. So you want to make this more moist. Put a little bit of water with some rum. It will do the job. And over here, I have actually bought this roasted one. You're supposed to peel them, but I'm too lazy. So what I did is that on a pan, I just put some sugar, and when the sugar melt and caramelize, I throw in this bunch of nuts, and this is going to be used just as it is. Some people like to add some sea salt in it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that in the chop later on. Okay, so let me just quickly go here and I'll show you what I have prepared for you guys. Let me just see if I can put this. This is hot enough. So over here, I have a water bath of the chocolate. So what you just do is you just crack the chocolate and then we just put them in a water bath. So next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the rest of the ingredient in here. So I'm going to pour the nuts, which is a hazelnut. I usually like to vary a bit because I want to see so that it's not too much. So I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to put the fruit, the assorted fruit, longan, in here. You notice there's some water which is left over and from the rum, so I'm not going to add them in. And then followed by the raisin. I'm going to bring this closer so you guys can see better. For the raisin, I'm going to put everything. All right. And then I'm going to put marshmallow. So again, marshmallow I want to vary because I want the surface to be, you know, seen later on. So just give this a mix. You know, this chocolate, they tend to be hardened quite quickly. So that's why I have this pot with me, so that when I mix them, it's possible to do that because chocolate is still warm. If you remove them from the pan, it will be a bit difficult because it will be stuck. Okay, let me see. Everything is mixed properly. So what I have here is a tray. Usually I like to put some oil or some coconut oil, or if you have some butter, you can do that also, but I use normal oil. So I'm going to pour this over to my bowl here. Let me just move this. And then I'm going to transfer. Oh, it's so hot. I'm going to transfer this over to my tray. Because it's so hot, I don't want to burn myself. I'm going to just like this. Okay. Okay. Now, you have to work quite quickly, because otherwise, when this turns hard, it will be quite difficult for you to spread out. All right, so just spread this out. And then it's very hard to just press them. Usually I like to use a spatula like this, just a normal spatula. You just wet the spatula with some oil, and this will prevent this from sticking to the chocolate. So you want to just spread this out as much as possible. Remember the marshmallow and the hazelnuts, right? So don't forget about that. So I'm going to just use the back, and then I'm just going to press them like that. So some people, they like to use like a paper to press it, but I think it's kind of difficult if you have like a paper. So you can use a flint, but I'm going to just put all this on top. All these are the nuts, so that people can see what they are eating, right? Because some people, they are allergic to nuts. So you just want to sprinkle this on top, and then followed by the marshmallow. You know why I do that? Because I'm going to press it further. So that's the marshmallow. It's really not that difficult, isn't it, to make candy? And these are homemade candies. So there is no artificial coloring and all that stuff. Okay, so evenly press out. So let's try the paper pressing. Okay, I get another paper, and then I'm just going to press this. Just try and spread this out as possible, as much as possible. So you can feel like it's evenly pressed. Like certain parts is protruding out, means it is higher, but it is okay. Homemade supposed to be. So there you go. It's not that difficult, isn't it? So if you want to press further, you can do that and make it even thinner. And throw away this one. See, it's not that difficult. So you put them in the refrigerator. And then you just, if you like, you can just cover this with a paper so that it's not drying out. But, so, no, I'm going to use a new one. So just cover them. If you like, you can put plastic or maybe paper is better. Like this. And then you put them in the refrigerator. About 2 hours or 1 hour later, when it's hardened, you can take it out and you cut them into like a cube form. Alright, this is number 1. Let's do number 2. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Number 2. Okay, number 2 is, oh God gracious, I've forgotten to keep 2 nuts. Anyway, I'm just going to show you. Remember guys, I made this bread just 1 week ago. This, what do you call it? The kanil bula, but then it's with a saffron. So I have some almond paste. So this is the almond paste. And obviously this is 2 that is left out. So remember the hazelnut just now I used, I put everything. I forgotten to keep 2 for my this recipes. So what I'll do is that I'm going to put some more chocolate in here because we want to have a water bath. During the meantime, I'll show you how to do this. Let me put this in the water bath. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So this is really simple. The masa, or we call that the almond paste. My hand's so dirty. Almond paste is really easy to handle. In Sweden, they like to do all kinds of dessert and candy with this. So you can buy them or you can make them yourself. What you do is with the almond, you just grind them until really like fine, like powder. You can use a coffee grinder to grind it. Otherwise, you can use a mixer to just grind it until they are really fine. Add some sugar and add some butter, and then they will become like a dough, right? So some people like to add like powdered sugar. Some people like to add, you know, a little bit of salt in it. So depend on your preference. I don't like to add salt. I just prefer it is. So what you do is you flatten this and then you put any kind of nuts. So since I don't have a nuts, I'm going to use a raisin because my daughter, she doesn't eat nuts. So I'm going to put some raisin. So just 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 depending on about this size. So you just wrap them around, and then if you like, you can differentiate them from the round one. So you make them into oval instead, so you know that this is for someone special, right? Somebody who doesn't eat nuts. So if you are sensitive to nuts and you want to make this, and you have guests that eat nuts, so this is one way you could identify them. I'll do one more time. I'm just going to put some raisin in here. The same, if you like the raisin to be like flavored rum or any kind of liquor, you can do that too. In fact, you can put any kind of things in here. You know, those your favorite thing you can eat. You can have a stuffed dried mango. So this is going to be 2 of my candy for my daughter. So she's going to have this. So now let's do the coating part. So I have here a bit dirty here because I used the what do you call it? So I'm just going to coat this with some oil, coconut oil, any kind of oil, so it will not stick. It's easier to use this like a grease tray, because when you're dealing with chocolate, you don't want that to get stuck there. Okay, now my chocolate is almost done. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing over there, so you can see. You never seen it in this perspective, isn't it? So I'm just going to control my temperature. facial here. Oh, how nice. Oh, just how nice is it, right? You can do facial and you cook at the same time. Okay, this is done. So let me just get mine. Maybe I'll have something here. I'll use this one. Okay, this is done. So let's see here. So now let's take a look here. Okay, hope you guys have a good view. The same with the Facebook people here. So keep the pan on because the pan will keep the chocolate from hardening. So you want to just put this in, just dipping it into the chocolate. So I think one way I have noticed is that you can use a stick. Let's see if I can find a stick. If I can find a stick. Yeah, you stick it through and then you just want to just drizzle this, or you just dip them like that. And then you can shake off the extra chocolate. You don't want too much chocolate in there. You just want this to be like coated. So one is done. So how are you going to remove that, right? Use a fork. Let me see if I can find a fork. A fork. So just use a fork like that. Oh, this is too thick, the fork. So I'm just going to push this. Maybe my what do you call it? My stick is too thick. So I'm going to use a smaller one. See if I can find a smaller one that go between this. This is far too thick. So yeah, this is much better, right? So let's try the second one. Okay, the second one. Again, you see, it gets stuck. So you just use the fork and then you just push them. Let me just show you guys. So you can see what I mean. Facebook cannot see so well. Okay, so let me do one more time. What? Huh? Ja, jag blir bra. Va? Otherwise, if you don't like the stick, you can also just put this thing in here and then you just move them over. Okay? You can do even 2 at one time, so you save more time, or 4. I'm going to do 4. It's fine. So you have to put this in the refrigerator to harden this, because you can't eat them directly, all right? You have to wait for it to cool down until the chocolate is hardened, then you remove them. And then you can box them and put them in maybe some box, and you can give this as a gift, homemade gift for your friends and your family, instead of buying Christmas present, something from the heart. So this is something that is like a tradition in Sweden. We like to do this kind of candy. A lot of baking, a lot of candy making in the evening. Families, they like to do that, and they always invite friends and their loved one to come over, you know. Hey, let's have a, we call that the julpisen. It means craft making, Christmas craft making. So it is like a social kind of thing that you can easily get some friends over, and then if they like, they can bring their own material, and you know, share the kitchen and have fun. So this is something that I definitely would recommend. It's kind of cozy. Have a glass of wine, maybe have a group of girls coming over. So this is it. This is it. You see, I didn't even have so much waste here. It's like almost all gone. So when this is done, let me give you guys a close-up look so you can see. So put them in the refrigerator. I think I missed this spot. So always check on your chocolate, and then, all right. And then when this is done, if you like, you can put some cocoa powder on top. But this is far too hot because it's still in the melting point, right? So you want to wait for a while, all right, until when you see that the chocolate is starting to be cool down, then you put the chocolate powder on it. Don't put them in when it is like wet. It's common sense, right? So because why? Because when it is wet, you will find that the chocolate will sink into the chocolate, and then you just spoil everything. Besides chocolate, you can also sprinkle with some powder, like blueberry powder, if you have blueberry powder at home. I do have blueberry powder, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to keep it as it is, and maybe just sprinkle some chocolate powder. But I'm going to be taking picture, and I'm going to show you how this looks like. All right, so guys, if you like this, thumbs up, and I hope I can do another truffles, because I bought material for that. Truffles with romp, and it's very easy to make. I think I made a video on that, and it's delicious. You want to eat that all the time. So enjoy. Hi. I only have cabbage. Show the pot and when what is boiling. Okay. Show the pot. I did show you the pots, right? So you can see how it look like. So let me just show you one way you can do that. I'm using this. Let's see if I have some blueberry powder. So you want to wait until it is really dry, and then you can put like this, like raspberry powder. Hello Rebecca. Hi, how are you? So this is something that you can add on, like just sprinkle a bit of the blueberry. My daughter, she likes blueberry, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the blueberry, the long one. So have a varieties instead of just chocolate. So I'm going to sprinkle a chocolate powder on the rest. Of course, if you do something that is like more red, like if you have some raspberry powder, because they are red and they are very beautiful when you sprinkle them, or something like that. I think I've seen some people using glitter powder, which is a bit fancy, but again, you do not know what is added inside. So for my recipe, I try to keep it as simple. You know what you're eating. You don't want to add too much chemical in it, because you're going to destroy yourself. So this is going to be into the refrigerator. All right, guys. So Thank you for your comment, both Facebook, YouTube. If you are new here, check out my channel and subscribe, because when you subscribe, hey, when you subscribe, you will see me in Facebook, also in YouTube, and we will be making like recipes that is easy. On Friday we have a meal for people who don't have time to cook, and on Sunday we have family recipes. So hope to see you. Bye bye.